welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jess and I love crocheting plushies. So today I thought we would do a little organise my room with me. I'm setting up my room with all my yarn and my plushies and sort of how I want it to be going forward. So I thought I'd bring you along with me. So this is the setup currently. Basically we have this like spare bed kind of sofa thing that I thought for now I'm going to use this as my crochet station, as I like to call it. I leave a sort of space in the middle. This is where I film a lot of my TikToks and things, so it's nice to have an open bit in the middle. But yeah, I just want to organise it all much better, have all my little plushies positioned nicely. Also, I need to put something on this back wall. I just want to make it all look nicer as a whole, and I've got this nice picture, so I thought I could put that up there and yeah, see how we can transform this space. Also, I realised that most probably at some point I'm going to want to get some of those like shelves where you put all your yarn, because I'm almost getting to that point now. I have quite a lot of yarn, but it can still sort of fit on this sofa bed at the moment. But probably in not too long there'll be another video where I'm getting shelves or something for the yarn. Okay, so first of all, I think I'm going to assess what yarn I actually have. Right, I'm going to start by actually just putting all my yarn on the floor. I've got quite a few brand new yarns, which is still very exciting from my last time that I got new yarns. So this is currently all my yarn. So I do actually have quite a lot of it when you see it like that. Some bits obviously are getting near the end of a few of these, but you know, I've got more ready to go. There's a bag down here. Oh yeah, that has thicker yarn. So this yarn is beautiful. It's more like blanket yarn. When I was first deciding on which wool to use, I actually first tried it with this blanket wool, which is just much thicker. That's the difference. So I'd say it's maybe about half the thickness again of the Jelly Baby yarn, which I use. So at first I made prototypes out of the blanket yarn, which I do love. I think these are really, really lovely. It's just what it came down to was the price, basically. This and the Jelly Baby, they were basically both the same price. They're both around £3 something. However, for this wool, you only get 60 meters, I believe, whereas with this you get 120. So you literally get double the amount for the same price. Because I was doing these prototypes and I was just noticing that the wool was getting quite small quite quick, and like it was running out quite quickly. So I was like, you know, when it comes to business sense and you want it to be profitable, I decided to go for the other yarn. And also they're just a slightly different feel. Like this is much more blankety and kind of fluffy. As you can see, it's a little smaller because of the difference in the thickness of the wool, but the pattern is the same. Whereas these are a little bit more sort of soft and glossy, if that makes sense. I definitely will offer my blanket yarn. I probably will put some on my Etsy as well. Look at the $2. So with this, you still get very good size plushies. Obviously these are a bit bigger, but they're still very good size and they're very good quality. And yeah, it just made more sense financially as well, especially when starting out a business. You know, you want to try and have as little going out expense as possible. I have, so, because I did actually buy these blanket ones, so I do have quite a lot of these blanket yarns in the sort of primary colours that I was using for the ducks. So I've got a yellow, I've got an orange, obviously for the beaks. I've got this brown colour for like the mallards. So I've got a black as well. So yeah, this is kind of a little extra bag of yarn, which, as I say, if I ever get those shelves and stuff, I'll probably put them out on the shelves. But for now, this is just a little bag at the side. Something which I've kind of come across on my crochet journey at the moment is having a little scrap bag. So any little like scraps or anything after you've crocheted, I put it in this bag. And I mean, it kind of gets to the point where this could act as stuffing in itself, you know. Probably not necessarily to ones I'm going to sell, but for like, say, prototypes that I'm making, instead of using some of your actual stuffing, you could use this. Otherwise, yeah, you're just throwing so much away, you know, it soon builds up. Another very useful thing I found is having a little box with essentials in, and I have to keep sort of clearing this out. I do need to do that now, so let's do that together. As you can see, just always little bits of yarn and stuff are just always around. So having a little bag to put them sort of things in, it just saves as much waste, you know. That is one of my groom's bows. That doesn't need to be in there. So yeah, in my little pot, I tend to just have stitch markers. So you can literally get these from, I think I got these from a charity shop, these stitch markers. Obviously very useful to have. It's cool that they're all different sizes as well, because obviously different types of yarn might require different stitch markers. I usually use the pink one or the green one because they're the smallest. I have Sharpies in here for writing on the labels. Obviously a pair of scissors, little scissors, cut the yarn, needles, large eye sewing needles, and a needle threader as well. I remember when I first started, I tried with like a sewing needle and like one of these little threaders to like try and get it through the yarn, but it just broke straight away. So yeah, an actual needle thread. I think I just got these from Amazon. It was like £3 or something. And the needles as well, really not much. They're very useful. Also, tape measure is very useful because on Etsy, whenever I put things on Etsy, they always ask what the measurements are. So yeah, hook, this is the one I use the most, my 6mm hook. So that just kind of stays in my box. And then I've just got a little needle and thread. I mainly use it for, on the graduation hats, sewing this bit to the inside. I just use a little needle and thread to do that. My box also doesn't really need to be that big. It's quite big Tupperware, but just having your few essentials in a little box is very useful, especially if you're like on the go, you're ever crocheting like while you're traveling or whatever. And this is my little crochet book. It's what I write my patterns in, keep down all my orders and stuff, so that's vital. These are bows for the grooms. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they came in like a pack of 100 from Amazon, so that was good. Bride bouquets for my wedding animals. They're just really cute, and then you can sort of pick how many roses you want to put into the bouquet. So yeah, just attach it to the hand and then on the head. Yeah, really pretty yarn as well. It really sort of molts. Once I've done crochet, sometimes I'll stand up and there's just like molting wool everywhere. But you get used to it, just little little bits like this all around the house. For the wedding vibes, I first of all ordered hats. Little plastic hats, but they came and they were, I mean, they're miles too small. Like, look. They're way too small. So anyway, I've just got a bunch of hats now that I'd ordered. If I ever do a super, super tiny one, like, could it work on the duckling? Let's have a look. It kind of works on the duckling, maybe. Vital piece of equipment. And all the safety bags, just like that. They often just live in my box as well. And it's handy having the box as well, so things don't sort of get everywhere. I have a dog and I'm very conscious about, like, I don't want her to like choke on an eyeball or something. You know, so keep it very much, well, I keep it all upstairs, but sometimes I do go downstairs and crochet, but I keep it all like in its box and stuff, so, you know, it's all contained. Just my little bags. White card because I print out my labels. I've got these kind of care instructions that I just put in each of my orders. I did the UKCA testing on the plushies, so yeah, I cut those little labels out and put them in with each of my orders. And then I've got this other folder where
I've kept one of each of the labels of the yarn that I've used just so I can remember the colour. So that was Pearl Grey, Satsuma, Powder Blue. Yeah, just as a kind of record of the colours. This is my stuffing! It's lasted me so far, this stuffing. Obviously it depends how many orders I get as to how long it will last me, but yeah, I think I just got this from Amazon as well. I got little business cards made up from Canva. So this is what they look like. Hook a duck with my logo, and then on the back it just says thank you for supporting my small business. I hope you love your order, and then there are all my handles on the side. So yeah, I love that. It's really cute. I just put that in each order.
When it came to the packaging, so I'd sort of got my first plushie figured out, like the ducks, and then it came to the packaging, and I have to say cardboard boxes are rather expensive. So at the moment I'm just using the drawstring bag, and then I put it in obviously a mailing bag with my little bits of cards and my business card that I just showed you. So yeah, that's how I'm sending them at the moment. I mean, probably in the future I will get to a point where I start using boxes, especially as I maybe start making bigger plushies. But yeah, for now, as I say, to try and keep things the most cost effective and things, those drawstring bags are actually really good. You can get quite a lot of them for not too much money. All the plushies. I'm literally so obsessed. Look how many I've made. This is quite funny. This was my first attempt at a little dinosaur. I mean, it's not the best. You can't really tell it's a dinosaur, but it was a little freehand attempt. I really learned the, you know, increasing up to go over the body, decreasing for the tail and arching it around. So I learned a lot by doing this. It's not something that I'm releasing. I will release a dinosaur one day, but this is the initial stages of the design. I just really wanted to use a lot of that pink for something. This is my duck that had the testing. I will do a video on the testing. Bless him. I've still got him. He's still here, but his feet have kind of been burnt, so yeah. But he did well. He did very well in the testing, so he's here to tell the tale. Here is our kind of empty space. This bedding is from Sainsbury's. They have like fleecy bedding and I'm obsessed. So that's in here. I do also have a Christmas one, so maybe at Christmas it will change colour to green. I've got a green like foresty one. But now it's very pink. I've also got this unicorn who I'm obsessed with, and I just think really goes with my vibe, you know? Funny story, we actually found this unicorn in the flat that me and my boyfriend used to live in. She was just downstairs in the entrance bit because someone was like giving her away, and people just leave stuff out for people to take if they want it. So we were like, well, we've got to have her. And then it turns out she's actually from Hamleys, I think, and they go for like 50 quid in Hamleys. So we got her for free. So do I put her on the bed? I mean, she takes up a lot of room, doesn't she? Maybe I could put her down the side, like here. I don't know, what are we thinking? I'm going to keep her where she was, just over here, kind of at this side, looking in. What I am going to do is, I'm going to move it forwards a little bit. A lot of the plushies, they're a bit too wide to like stay on the back. If I move it forwards just a little bit, yeah, for them to be able to just sit nice and easily. Yay! Look at this, tangled. It's a tangled pillow and it says, "You glow, girl." I love tangled, it's literally my favourite. Oh my gosh, maybe I'll crochet a Rapunzel. Anna Pascal. Yeah. I might try and put up this picture now. Wish me luck. I am not usually very good at this at all. It's usually a nightmare. How does that look? Weird thing about it is that it's not going to be in the middle of the room because the bed's not in the middle of the room. But it's fine. Ooh! Okay. That might have actually worked. I like that. That looks central to the bed, doesn't it? That looks good. I feel like that just gives it what it was missing.
That looks much better. I like the photo, I think it looks really good. And then yeah, got a yarn. Let's go along. They sit so nicely on the back rail there. Haven't quite finished the cat yet. I may have already released him when I put this video out, I don't know. So now I've got this little dressing table over here that I'm thinking I'm gonna put my, you know, more admin-y bits on. So let's do that. So we've got my folder and my notebook, my tool, my little flowers, my bow ties, those little spare hats I got, my little box with all my stuff in, business cards, you can go there, mailing bags and stuff under my book. Nice. And then I've got a nice space to crochet as well. My card and everything. Just cover there. Lovely. The unicorn. I can sort of crochet and lean on the unicorn, which is quite nice. This is where I largely film my TikToks of me like showing me crocheting. So I'll crochet and like have the camera there and go like that. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. So yeah, finished result. We've got the main crochet station. And then over here, the little admin section, which I love. And the unicorn. Yeah, thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I really hoped you enjoyed it. It was a pretty chill one. I'm so excited to jump into the world of YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.